vibes, man. We here doing the podcast, about to give y'all a sneak peek. So if you're watching this live, you're gonna be able to catch the sneak peek. If you watch this as it's already posted, you're gonna still get the sneak peek. But just know the full podcast is coming soon.
You already get back to it?
Yes, sir.
Alright, you get the camera set up.
Let me see that. That's good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I remember last time your cord was pulling, so I was like, you want to fix that before you start? You good though?
Yeah.
You good on that?
Yep.
Alright.
And we're back. Welcome to the Cultivator podcast. We have the very special guest with us, Shane Official. We got our friend Brent with us today.
Oh yeah.
Brent, I want you to continue the conversation you were having with Shane about what y'all were having. I can't remember exactly what y'all were having.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about like the military life and transitioning out and content and stuff. And we were kind of talking about where you're at, right? And like where we can go and how we can support you, right? So we covered all that. Yeah, so the ambition behind all this, like, where's it coming from?
I can honestly say that I have nobody to lean on. You know what I'm saying? It comes from like, I have to figure it out myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody that's going to save me, because the world doesn't know me anything. And I'm out of the military now. I don't have that safety net. And I want to take it out to be in that position because I feel like when you have a safety net, you'll never truly like give your full potential because you have a backup plan. When there is no backup plan and this is it, you have no choice. You know what I'm saying? And me, I just think that I had this dream since a kid, and to see it so close, like it's right there. It's like you never know how close you are to a big break in your life before you give up. I saw this picture where this guy was, digging this tunnel on the ground, but in the picture he's walking away with the axe, but he only had a little bit more to go before he got to the gold. And I think that's what my life is. And no matter if it takes years, months, I feel like it's there, it's gonna happen. I just have to keep going because like I've already lost so much in my life. I have nothing else to lose. What else can I lose? I'm already like, struggling to have a place to stay and struggling to have income, for me to just sit and dwell in that shit, for what? Like,
Yeah.
You might as well chase your dream. You have nothing else to lose. You can only, once you hit rock bottom, and this is what I tell people, like, hitting rock bottom is not a bad thing because there's only one way you can go.
Yeah.
And it's up.
Yeah.
There's only one way you can go. And even if you hit rock bottom more than once, learn from it every time and become a better version of yourself every time.
Yeah.
And you're going to ultimately get there. And mind you, I'm saying this, but at the same time, I won't sit here and pretend like I'm Superman. I be doubting myself all the time. Like, oh man, this ain't going where I wanted to go. This ain't happening. But that ambition within me to be great fuels me every day, no matter where my mind takes me,
Yeah, that's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Suffering is 100% optional.
And I'll leave you with this. I'll give you this quote that I came up with. Adversity has created some of the greatest success stories. So either you're gonna be an author or you're gonna be a reader.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
Adversity has created some of the greatest success stories. Either you're gonna be an author or you're gonna be a reader.
Yeah.
So either you're gonna go either you're gonna write your story for people to follow behind, or you're gonna keep reading everybody be successful. You're gonna keep watching everybody grow and prosper while you live in comfort and security, thinking about what you could have done in life versus being the person that did it and inspired people to fucking do it.
Yeah, I like the way you said that. You said be the person.
Yes.
Right? So it's not about like, oh, I'm gonna put on this mask. No, like, no, I am that person.
Yes.
And I love that fact about you, Shane, is that you are that person. And I think that's where this disconnect is coming from when it comes to your merch, right? Because these people are seeing like a Shane as we track in, bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, that's funny, except like I just don't see the value, right? So I think sharing these experiences, right? Sharing the traumatic experiences, sharing your story, like really letting people know of who Shane is and why Shane does what he does is what's gonna really like launch this thing and like really take it from, hey, look, maybe, I mean, I know I felt this way when I was in the military, right? I felt like I always had a cap. Like I always felt like I was only gonna get so far, and then I had to get another promotion, and then I could have space to grow again. Versus now in life, and I've been out for a year now, I've kind of experienced there is no cap. You get to move at your own pace. You get to make things happen when you want to make them happen. And I see you here and doing all the things that you're doing and making stuff happen. Like, I just want the audience to know that this guy is a go-getter. Like, he really makes stuff happen. So
Definitely.
I'm telling you, man, it's not easy, man, because you have to fight those demons every day. You know, a lot of people are afraid to get out because they're gonna struggle and X, Y, Z, bro. It's okay to struggle, you know? I don't know why it's such a frowned upon thing to struggle. The most successful people in the world took losses. They took losses and they learned from it. And they didn't take the losses I'm taking right now. They were millionaires that took $300 million losses that ruined their estates. You know what I mean? Like, they lost so much money. Like, I'm losing thousands. They lost millions. You know what I mean? I don't even know what that feels like, you know? But they kept going, you know? They kept grinding. They kept staying true to themselves because at the end of the day, the goal is the dream. You know what I mean? Everything that happens in between, and I get a little religious. When you're God's favorite, you're also the devil's favorite. So God could be like, hey, in 6 months, bro, I got exactly what you've been praying for, right? Between those 6 months, you know, you just have to just hold it together. The devil is going to be like, oh, so you trying to go that path? You trying to lean on God? I'm going to give you a quick fix that's going to be quick, instant, and you're going to be like, oh, this is what I need. Instant downfall, right? You're going to go through adversity. You're going to go through bad times, right? And now you're going to start, the devil's going to try to make you lose your faith and your vision. And you're going to feel like, nah, nobody hears me. You know, I'm calling upstairs and nobody's answering, you know? Like, but you don't know it's a 6 month time frame, you know what I'm saying? But you thinking like, man, my life is over, X, Y, Z, that's what, you know, he wants you to think. But you have to stay true to yourself and know that God has a plan for you. You just have to walk in true faith, man.
Yeah, and I believe in that.
I believe in that wholeheartedly.
We're gonna switch gears for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm 26. You're 26. How old are you?
22?
22. Damn, I thought you were like 24 or 25 at least.
Hey, yeah,
bro, I had this old auntie the other day, right? We were just like hanging out. We were just kind of talking story, and then this older woman had come up, and she was, you know, she kind of integrated herself in really nice, and she ends up asking how old I am. And I asked her how old she thinks I am. Bro, she said 35, bro.
I would have been insulted.
I was like,
I would have been offended.
do I need to like look at my habits? Is my skin wrinkly? Like,
yo,
you know what I mean?
Imagine the way you change yourself, man.
She gonna check your credit score before you go on a date.
34.
Yeah. Speaking about credit score on dates, is that the area you want to do?
No, that's not where I was going. I was going into some. Into the realm that we all think about, man. I'm 26, you're 26. You got 1 million views on multiple videos. People know you. You are on base. People see you every day. How did life change for you? Just interacting with people every day and then like getting that notoriety, you know, from guys, the women.
Okay.
The women. How did life change for you after that?
So I'll tell you this, man. When I first blew up, yeah, I got the DMs and the messages and X, Y, Z. I fell victim to a lot of it, you know, because I'm a man, you know.
You fell victim how? Explain it to
Yeah.
me. Hey, look, paint the picture for the audience.
So, right,
Your first DM.
I'm gonna blow your mind, bro. We're gonna go viral with this. We're gonna go viral. And I don't mention no names, right? But my first year I blew up in social media, bro, I got 3 women pregnant.
Wait a minute. Hey.
Nah, that's a lot.
Okay. First we have to celebrate the win. Man, got it 3
Yo,
times.
3 pregnant?
3.
Yo, listen, it was never my intentions, right?
Wait.
Well, okay, well.
No comments.
Anyway, okay, keep going.
Go ahead.
So, that was never my intentions to go out here and go get 3 women pregnant, but like, bro, I was talking to women that I ain't never really talked to in my life like that, and I was like, in the moment, and I'm just like, you know, it's just like, I never mentioned those women's name, and like, all 3 of those women are very dope individuals, and they went on to live great lives, and we all ended on good terms, and you know.
Did the pregnancies go through?
Huh?
Like, did the pregnancies go
No. The pregnancies didn't go through, obviously, because you know what I'm saying, I don't even tell you how much child support I'm paying right now. The pregnancies didn't go through. One got an abortion, 2 had miscarriages. But those women are dope individuals, by the way. I've never mentioned their names, but they're dope individuals. I'm still cool with them to this day. We may not talk all the time, but we didn't end on bad terms. You know what I'm saying? They were. It wasn't like I just screwed them over. They tried to screw me over.
Yeah.
They were cool, but
do you feel like you have mutual support systems within those relationships, or is it more just like kind of just wash your hands and kind of?
No, it's mutual support. They reach out and they give me advice, or they tell me like, hey, you know, I like your content or XYZ, or they give me pointers or like emotional support. You know what I mean? Because we had genuine relationships. We just wasn't in like a legitimate relationship. You know what I mean? And I'll say like when I first blew up, that I fell victim to just women. But then I had to like ground myself and be like, bro, focus on the dream. You know, and I tell people that who say I wish I was you. I'm like, no the fuck you don't, because you would fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I almost fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? I almost spent my whole like rest of my years dealing with all this other X, Y, you know, so yeah, that's how it was when I first blew up with women. But men,
wait, stay on women. How about every, like, on base, walking around, was it different for you? Like,
yes,
because I mean, you can think about it. There's popular people you know on base, like, who are just popular because they're just popular, not because of social media, and they get a certain type of attention. So I can only imagine walking around base, and I've been trending for 3 months straight, and my videos got millions of views. Like, that's gotta be like really explain that.
It was like I couldn't go anywhere on base. Like I was sitting in my car in the parking lot, and it's like fucking first sergeant's on his motorcycle. He gets off his motorcycle and he like knocks on my window. I'm like, he's like, yo, can I get a picture with you real quick? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't know, it was cool at first. People always ask me to take pictures, but after a while, it's like, it started happening when I just wanted to be left alone, you know, because, and I think people get confused where it's like, you know, I don't think that, you know, I'm above taking photos, XYZ, or talking to people, but sometimes I'm going through my own emotions, and I just want to just be to myself and my thoughts, and people kind of like, you have no privacy, and that's what I learned. Like straight out the gate, you have no privacy. Like I went out to eat Buffalo Wild Wings with a female that I was cool with, not even dating, no plans of talking to. Someone took a picture and DM'd it to me and was like, "Oh, I see you, Sergeant, as long as we're tracking." And I'm like,
"Oh, that's
wow." I'm like, bro, I'm not even. This is somebody
said,
that I'm
not trust.
Yo, straight up. And I'm like, this is somebody I'm cool with. Like this girl and I have nothing going on. And you know, people just automatically assume, but I'll say like a lot of women that I've encountered moving forward don't think I'm humble, right? And it's not because of anything I've done to them. They just assume because I have a lot of followers that I'm not humble. So when I meet women nowadays, it's not like how it was in the beginning. They feel like they have to humble me. And it's annoying, you know, they immediately be like, oh, you probably think you this, and you probably, I'm like, no, like, can you actually talk to me and like, know who I am? And not saying I'm looking for women, but it's like they immediately feel like they have to like come at me in an angle where they have to try to humble me, and that's weird.
I mean, I think is that a red flag for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if you had to just toss all of them to the wayside, right, and just like kind of envision the one that is for you. What does she look like? What does she wear? What does she talk like? What does she do? Does she got a business? Does she support you full time? Like, what's that look like for you?
So when it comes to what I would want in a woman, it don't matter what color, right? I don't discriminate. right? White, black, Hispanic, Italian, African, whatever, right? For me, what it looks like, so if I close my eyes, right, I envision a woman that likes to create content just like me. I ain't talking no F. She likes to do entertainment and things of that nature. Also, she don't have to want to do that, but she has to be a fan of entertainment. So that way she understands my grind, my struggles, that I'm not gonna always be up, I'm gonna have downs. I can be broke 3 months and make $100,000 the next month. You know, that's just the goal of the entertainment industry. She has to understand that. That is the biggest thing for me. And she has to be able to support me emotionally, like, cause I have a lot of trauma. You know, I've been through a lot, so she has to understand that I'm not gonna be very communicative every day, but I will communicate how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I get in my head sometimes and I go through my emotions and I have mood swings, but it's not like the massive mood swings. It's just like I'm in a mood where I just don't want to talk. I just want to be left alone. You know, like I'll go sit in the room while you're in the living room and just be to myself. You know, I need to be able to be in my solitude to process my thoughts, because if I don't, it'll start consuming me. And now little things that make me upset and my tolerance level drops. You know, that's what I look into a woman. She don't have to have, you know, a big butt, nice titties, or the XYZ, the makeup, the hair. I don't really care about all that, man. Like, as long as you're appealing to my eye emotionally, that's what I want.
That's it.
He said that's
I mean, somebody had to say it.
That's fucking cap.
Y'all tell me that's cap.
I mean,
she just has to be emotionally captivated.
No.
We all got our preferences on how women. We all have a type. A woman can be the sweetest woman in the world, but if she got 3 teeth, you ain't messing with her. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Let's be honest.
I ain't gonna hold
so
you.
you're saying if she got 3 teeth, you're gonna go?
No,
listen to
people
me.
say bullshit.
Listen to me. No. Listen to me straight up, bro. I tell you straight up, bro. This is from me, and then you have to understand that I'm coming from a place of life has humbled me year after year after year in my life, right? I would know shit. If that woman checked those boxes, what I was saying, I guarantee you, hands down, she's out there right now, hit my line. If she can help me get to a point where she supported me where I can succeed, I'll get her veneers.
So you gonna change her?
Yes, because at the end of the day,
What if she don't want to be changed? You're assuming
that's fine.
You're assuming she wants to be changed.
I'll tell you this, man. We look for people to be perfect when as human beings we're not perfect, right? How can I look at a woman and say, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that? I don't even have my own place. That woman with 3 teeth can have a crib, financially stable, could support me financially to be where I want to be, emotionally, everything, right? Why would I sit here and be like, no, I can't fuck with you because, you know, I don't like the way your teeth are. My teeth are fucking perfect.
I think you'd fuck with her, but I don't think you would like be like, this is my forever woman if she had 3 teeth.
I guarantee you, I would.
Okay.
I put that on everything.
Okay, I'm gonna go find a 3 teeth woman.
But
okay, here it comes.
In reality, right, you're not going to just run into a woman with 3 teeth and be like, you're going to explore your options a little bit, you know, like.
3 teeth was extreme, but
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the real point of this is, right, like, you're on your journey, right? There's a destination, maybe. Or maybe it's just a journey, and you just keep growing forever. You know, you never really. Do you know yet?
Like what my end goal is?
Is it a destination or is it a journey? Is this something you're gonna do until the day you die, and then your next generations will know who she is?
I think that I'm more on a journey. I'll tell you this. I don't think I'm destined. Well, I'm destined to be famous, right? But I don't think I'm destined to be famous in the light that people think. I think I'm just destined to live a journey and tell my story and impact people. So even if that's not on BET, it's going to be somewhere and it's going to be happening. There are going to be people who tune in and listen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what it is. And, you know, shout out to the Greggs family. I had 2 great mentors my whole time in the military, Alan Greggs and Sheena Greggs. They always told me that, you know, your testimony is going to be powerful. you know, as I was going through stuff early on in my life in the military. It was like, you're going through things, but when you tell your story, it's gonna impact people so tough that like, they're not even gonna believe what you're telling them. They're gonna think you're doing it for like clicks and views. But like, I really feel like I've been put on this earth to live through certain life experiences to empower people. And I think the rough military experience that I had to go through that, because ultimately, after I went through that and I got to a good command when I was in Camp Lejeune, I blew up on social media because that was the time. Back when I was trying to blow up, that wasn't my time yet. I had to go through some more stuff. So when I blew up, I had a story to tell. And now that I've done the military thing, now that I'm out, I'm going through struggles, and I'm hoping things pop here, pop there. It's not my time yet. I need to go through some stuff some more. So my story that I tell impacts people. You know, I feel like I'm just here for people. I'm not here for myself. I don't do anything for myself. Even though I feel like, yo, I'm struggling, I need X, Y, Z, da, da, da. Think about this. If money starts flowing, starts happening, the only thing I'm going to do with that money is invest it in ways to help other people and influence and entertain other people.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you're obviously a giving guy,
Yeah.
right? 100%. I mean, you wouldn't be able to get the influence you would already have if you weren't giving, right?
Yeah. Facts.
So, in giving, right, in what you say, I just want to tackle this real quick.
Go ahead.
Is give back to yourself, bro. You're worth it, right? So all that, I mean, take money out of it. The time you spend in the day, give some to you. Seriously, because I have to say, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And
Yeah, no.
there's a breakthrough coming.
Yeah.
We all know it. We feel it. I mean, the energy's filling this space.
Yeah.
It's just that I know that if Shane takes care of Shane, and then he goes out and does what Shane does, he's gonna be a lot better.
Damn.
How do you feel about that?
God damn.
That's deep, you know, and I keep hearing that from people around me, that I need to like put me first and take care of me, but it's hard, you know what I'm saying?
So
because
document this and go maybe like seriously document it for me too.
Yeah.
Shoots, bro. Like I wanna know because I'm working on it too.
Yeah, because
You know.
I lived a life where nobody checked for me, you know, nobody sought me out, nobody paid attention, you know what I'm saying? And I always felt like I live in, I empathize with everyone, you know what I mean? And it's like, people would DM me like, hey, you know, X, Y, Z, da, 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 and I respond, and people would be like, oh my God, you responded? Because I'd be like, yo, when I was in your position, I wanted these famous people to respond to me. Like, I'm so empathetic that, like, I don't empathize with myself. Because I'm so hard on myself because, you know, I didn't have that father figure to be hard on me growing up. So I had to internally be my own father figure. You know, I had to discipline myself mentally. I had to tell myself, get it together, you know? And it's just, it's a tough battle on trying to find that time to really say, okay, let me, you know, appreciate what I've done, appreciate myself, because I'm always thinking about the next thing. Like, it's crazy. I would do 1 million views. Like, so I would post a video, right? It's going crazy. Notifications, I'm looking at it, it's going up to 1 million. I care nothing else about that video no more because I'm working on the next thing. And that's me. I'm always focused on the next thing. And that mindset doesn't allow me to sit in my present time.
Yeah.
Because right now, while we're sitting here, I'm thinking 10 months out. I'm starting this comedy tour, but I'm already thinking about my Dreams to Reality tour next year that I'm trying to put together.
What's it called? You said it's called
Dreams into Reality.
Dreams into Reality.
I love that.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because this tour is called Road to DD 214, where I explain to people how I got here through my time in the military. But I ain't even started that tour, and I'm already thinking of Dreams into Reality.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking of artwork and what I want it to look like and where I want to go with it. Like, that's just my mindset, and my mind goes 1,000 miles per hour, bro. And it's like, it's hard for me. Like, somebody that's always in thoughts never lives in reality.
Oh yeah, 100%. We live in this, like, our reality is a duality.
Yes.
Because it's like what's here right now and then what's really going on.
Yes, because I'm like, okay, right now I'm in this podcast, like we're chilling and vibing, but like all I'm thinking about is like, okay, so I need to go do like, I'm here. You know, like my mind is just doing that. And, But mind you, I'm here talking, having a fluent conversation.
I talked with like a really, really successful guy a couple months back, right? And he was talking about being present, right? And he was saying like, when I was telling him like, hey, I get sped up, like, I mean, I work in door-to-door sales, dude. Like, I have to be on my prime when I knock on that door. And I used to be the young boy who's all ambitious, ramped up, you know, pushing this product. It didn't work because I was thinking about the next person right when I was working with that person. And, oh, dude, I went broke doing that. And now I know, like, hey, be present right now because there's a time and place to plan it.
Yeah.
So, for you, I feel very strong that you're robbing yourself of your potential and like maximizing and actually taking advantage of your potential, not being like, oh yeah, you look like a dude with potential. Someone told me that and I got so pissed. I was like, I look like that? Oh, really? Okay. You know, and it's like about taking advantage of that potential in the moment.
Yeah.
So like throughout the rest of this conversation and the next segments we do, like all that's taken care of.
Yeah.
Just pretend, because what can you lose from pretending that it's taken care of?
That's true.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yo, I am the definition of fake it till you make it, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I am the definition. Because when I'm telling people what I was going through, being homeless, XYZ, but they're like, you were on the news. You did a 1 million view video like 3 different times. Like you was trending.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. Cause my thing is yeah, I have my struggles what I go through, but I don't have to project that to the world. You know, because I have people that look at me and they and I'm understanding that they look at me for hope and I feel them, you know. And I'll get on a podcast and tell you what I've been through in the last few months, but I'm just not gonna tell you every day. I want you to see me do numbers and then come sit down and tell you, okay, you saw the numbers, you saw the views, but this is what I went through while you didn't even know it. And that's gonna make you say, you know what, let me get the fuck up off my ass and let me do something.
And I think that is a superpower, to be able to go through real life struggles and situations, but still be able to create your art at a pure level and compartmentalize that. For me, like, it's hard for me to record. Like, if I'm going through like some real life struggles, heartache, depression, heartbreak, whatever, it's hard for me to create sometimes. And I'm trying to get myself out of that realm to be like, hey, when the lights cut on, when the camera's on, Bob Cultivator, it's time to entertain, inform, have fun, like do what it is I love to do and not think about that. But before that, like that's, for me, that's difficult. So to hear what you tell us today, but to continuously see your videos produce the numbers that they produce and you continue to output what you output, that is impressive, and I commend you for that, for sure.
Now, and it's crazy you call it a superpower because, like, when you're the one that's going through it and doing it, you don't even see it that way.
You probably,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, I think it's just normal.
So if you could like pick a superhero, like not your favorite, one that you're like, okay, yeah, they're like me. Not like I'm like them, right? Because I mean, I could be like Batman, I could be like Superman, but Batman's like me. Superman's not like me. So who's that superhero that's like you?
I wouldn't even say superhero. I'd say super villain.
Okay.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Because me, I am willing to make sacrifices for something I see long term that I just can't seem to get other people to understand, and they look at me as the bad guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, 100%. So like,
I got one for you though. I see you more as Wolverine.
Wolverine's
Ooh.
like you.
See, I didn't want to say that because that's my favorite. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that. That's my, because he said not your favorite, but Wolverine, yes, that's
Wolverine knows himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody. Ooh, that's deep. Yo.
Yo.
Yo,
I do this shit for real. I do this shit for real. I do this shit for real.
That, bro. Wolverine heals himself. Nobody heals him.
Know what I mean?
So
That's deep.
We got 3 minutes.
Yes. Who's the superhero like you, bro?
Like me, I don't know. It's tough. I know my favorite superhero is Spider-Man. But who?
Actually, hold me for a second.
Okay.
I feel like Spider-Man is like you.
Yeah.
Because it's like with great responsibility comes great power. Right?
Yeah,
From Uncle Ben. And then through that lesson, he kind of learns and like really comes into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right? And he's also got like Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And eventually it kind of melts together.
It merges.
Right? And you like, dude, like you're an active duty superhero for a lot of these young guys out here.
Yeah.
Right? Because I mean you're out here.
I'll take that.
Yeah, no, seriously.
No,
thank you for receiving that. For real.
I can see what you're saying, that he's like Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is like, like right now, real life, you're like, I'll get together, put together a podcast with Shannon Fisher that everybody want to see, but I'm not going to be on the podcast trying to be the star, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, I do this, but like, I'm just chilling, because like, that's Spider-Man. Spider-Man does all these super things, but then he doesn't, he lives a personal life outside of that.
He don't want us tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yeah, he don't want no recognition.
Yeah.
He just like, I do it because I feel like I'm supposed to do good.
No, and honestly, I feel like with Spider-Man, like I'll trip out on Spider-Man, dude. I love Spider-Man.
I love
But
Spider-Man.
no, who are you?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I would say I'm most like Batman. Yeah. Batman, right? He goes through some stuff. He takes some losses, and then he gets really angry, and then he goes and does something with that anger. For me, right? The whole battle, my entire life has been me versus me.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I see that now.
That's
like
hard.
I can see myself like as a young boy, like kind of coming up, where like my dad wasn't my biological dad.
Hold on, how much time we got?
We got 1 minute and 30, and I want to ask you a question before we go to break.
Because I don't want you to go on that.
Yeah.
Who is your Joker?
Who is my Joker?
Who is your Joker? If you are a Batman, then
the Joker is 100% the older version of me. Dude, 100%.
Okay.
Like no doubt, because that older version of me would meet me today, and then I would go speak to the older me, and the older me would want to fight me.
And they'd be like, "Why so serious?"
No, and not even like that. It'd be like, well, I don't understand what you're saying, and I'm confused. In reality, I know exactly what you're saying, and I don't want to go there, so I'm gonna beat you up, so I never have to go there. That's the old me.
Dang.
The new me goes to the old me and says, "Hey, no, you can beat me up if you want. I'll still be here because I want you to freaking grow, and I want you to be the best of you."
I like that.
Hey man, I love this podcast, man. Hey, as long as we fucking tracking, man, what you talking about? Hey, boy, if you ain't tuned in right now, bullshit. Hey, man, we spent some hot fire in this motherfucker, man.
On that, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back with rapid fire questions.
Ooh.
With Shane and our friend Brett. All right, we'll be back.
Yes, sir.
That was
Yes,
fire.
sir. Hey, we got a good segment on the YouTube live. Look at everybody was tuning in. Let's get it.
Hey, how many we got?
Oh shit, they started dropping off. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, go ahead and say.